Hi YouTube, for the next 5 minutes we will cover the modification, task 1, and creation, task 2, of local user accounts in Control Panel and Windows. So user accounts are super useful to us. They allow for sign-in into devices using authentication methods such as usernames, for example PC, and a password, for example password with a capital P. This provides us with our own profile, settings, and even a desktop. The desktop is loaded, we can begin user account modification, task 1, where we will change the username and the password. Consider unencrypting and backing up your data here. Encryption keys are lost with password changes and mistakes can lock you out of your profile. Start by clicking on search and typing Control Panel. Control Panel will appear on the top of the search list. Pinning this to the taskbar can save us time and effort in looking for it again. I invite you to now open it. To change an existing user account username and password, we will need to change the 2 consecutive user accounts sections in Control Panel. So we can change username, change passwords, and even manage other accounts from here. Note there is a user account summary on the right hand side, and this is for our current signed in user. It appears we only have one user account on this computer called PC. So after acclimatizing ourselves to the various options here, we can select PC and go ahead and change the account name. We are encouraged to use a name that suits the user and user account type. This way we can easily identify this when we are back at the sign-in screen. In this instance we shall choose the administrator. Note the username is different in the user summary now, and we can go ahead and change the password. By setting the new password to password123, this with a capital P and replacing the A with an @ sign, we can confirm the password by typing this again and also supply a password hint. Note that the first user account created when we install Windows is always by default an administrator, and if this is the only account, we can only change the account type to standard user by creating another account. We have now changed the username and password, and with task 1 almost complete, we can go ahead and sign out. After signing out, sign in with the new username and password, and this should then lead us back to our desktop. And there's task 1 complete. We can now begin task 2, creating user accounts, by opening up the Control Panel and clicking on the 2 consecutive user account links. To create a new user account, navigate to Manage Another Account and add a new user PC settings. As this action will load PC settings, and we can now add a new user account from there. Of course, we can specify a username based on the user, account role, and any company policies. We will use the name the user and follow this up with a password, in this case password123 with a capital P. We can type it in again to confirm that the password is correct, and go ahead and choose our secret questions and input our secret answers. I recommend documenting the answers and storing them in a safe location for future need. With the bulk of the work now done, the user account is now created, and we can actually remove the account again or provide it with a new role from this location. But note however that the default account for a second user account is standard user, whereas in task 1 it was administrator. So heading back into manage accounts, we can see an extra user account called the user. This is the same user we just created, and when we select this user account, we can see the similar sections that we saw in task 1. Note that we can change the user account type from this location as well, unlike in task 1 where standard user was grayed out. With this noted, we have almost completed task number 2, user account creation, and the only work left to do is to sign out of this user account and sign in with the new user called the user and its password of password123 with a capital P. If the login credentials are successful, the user profile will be created and some prompts will require information from the user. And once completed, the user will be presented with their own user account, their own profile, their own settings, and their own desktop. Thank you for watching YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe or leave a comment, and I would love to hear from you, and have a fantastic day.